Radio. Here we go. Hour number 2 here. Filling in on the Vegas Take with Susie Draney. I'm Ron Futrell, Draney Insurance.
Should we have a moment of silence for Brian?
For Brian, because he's not with us tonight. You know what? A moment of silence. It does feel sort of silent here tonight. Even without him here, it feels sort of low-key.
Nobody yelling at us?
I haven't had to defend myself. I got...
Yeah.
My blood pressure's way down.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That's crazy.
You know his is spiked right now.
Somewhere. He needs to get back here.
He's like, I got to find new friends.
Yes. We've locked him up in the closet. He's not getting out anytime soon. Yes, there he is. You barely hear him in the background. Our phone number here, 702-257-KDWN, 257-5396. Fran Reardon's going to join us in a half an hour, and I saw him out at the ballpark. They're being interviewed by Chris Matthews at Channel 8 tonight, and talking about what's going on with the ballpark out there. They're doing a mock game tonight. Beautiful stadium, beautiful times. Susie, you got some tickets to give away, courtesy Draney Insurance, right?
Yes, are we ready to do this?
I said let's do it.
Ready for your baseball
challenge? Well, I need somebody call up that wants to win.
Caller.
Well, let's caller 1.
8. We should do 8 because you work for Channel 8.
Should we do 8?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, will we get that many? I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe 1. Yeah, probably. Let's go.
First. Let's go first. First person to call in is going to compete with me in trivia, baseball trivia, to see if you can win the tickets. You have to beat me to win the tickets.
Yes,
is the rule. 702-257-KDWN. That is 257-5396. If you want the chance to win a couple of tickets, it is the game against the Chihuahuas. I remember seeing that. Yes. You brought the tickets up.
The El Paso Chihuahuas on Wednesday, April 24th at 7:05 p.m. Not 7 o'clock.
7:05.
Women are attending, so they made it 7:05.
5 minutes later, since you're going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit later,
That's
5 minutes later. Okay, if you want to win some baseball tickets, go out there and see the new ballpark. Fantastic place, beautiful ballpark. 702-257-5396, 257-KDWN is the number. And it's nice they're doing the mock game now. They had their first practice out there, had a media today. They showed us some of the food, some good food out there.
Very excited about the food.
That they're going, well, yes, and you have to find a fine line between greasy ballpark food, which is not bad. That can be pretty good. And foo. You don't want it to be over the top sushi
Do you know
stuff.
Any of the players?
No. No. At this point, they're minor league players. They're prospects, so you got to learn who they are.
Yeah.
No, I don't yet, but we will.
Well, we should follow them on Twitter or something. Or
okay,
player, call in.
Fred is on line 1.
Fred,
okay,
are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready
Fred,
to win some tickets?
No, you may not win, Fred. I might beat you.
Ooh, you're not.
Okay.
So what are the rules here, Susie? How many?
So I'm going to ask the questions, and the first person to ring in with the answer. They're multiple choice, so if you're both stumped, then I can give you multiple choice questions. Okay. Question number 1. Against what opposing team did Babe Ruth hit his first career home run?
Yankees.
You guys well, let's see. You are correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
He was playing for the Boston Red Sox then. Okay, so how many does it? What is this? Is this 2 out of 3 or something?
2 out of 3.
Okay,
Ron.
Yeah.
So we'll ask Ron this next one, and then we'll give him one. How does that sound?
No, that's the first one. If he calls in and he knows the answer, he
Who
wins
was
it.
the first major league player to pitch a ball over 100 miles per hour?
Nolan Ryan.
Well, that guy's on here. Hot. You lost, Ron.
Did he? Was it
lost.
Nolan Ryan?
Yeah.
I would have gone Jim Merritt of the Cincinnati Reds.
He's not even on this list.
No, well, it doesn't mean he couldn't throw 100 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, he already won. Best 2 out of 3.
You want a couple of tickets. So,
all right.
Susie, you got to call Susie, your insurance company in the morning.
Yeah,
right?
Call my insurance company in the morning. Actually, we can patch you back over to.
Well, just give him your number because you're
on the radio right now.
We're on the radio. Give him your insurance company number because it is a company. It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business.
So yeah, it's not your personal. Not giving out your cell
or my pager.
Yes.
But yeah, you can stop by the office tomorrow and pick up tickets. My phone number is 702-984-7297.
Okay, great. What's the name of the company again?
Draney Insurance.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, stop by and pick them up, and hopefully you have a great time.
Okay, so what's the which game is it for?
The El Paso Chihuahuas.
And the
Four.
date? What date?
Wednesday, April 24th, 2019.
Oh, great. Okay.
So can you make that
All
game?
Oh, so and they're just 2 tickets?
Just 2.
Just 2. Okay.
Sorry.
I think they're the Padres
The
AAA
Padres.
Yeah,
team.
they the Padres from
I believe,
okay.
and yeah, the Padres. Padres could, if they get some good pitching, they could be trouble this year in the National League West. But
Yeah.
you could say
Yeah, well,
pitching. I mean,
yeah.
everybody needs
Who are
pitching.
you going to take with you?
Oh, I would say my wife
Oh, see, that's sweet.
or one of my sons. I would say.
Oh, well,
Sure.
not so sweet, but
Yeah.
the wife, I was
All
like,
right.
wow, what a great guy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then he's like, my son.
She hates baseball though, so
Oh,
maybe some.
well, me too.
But see, this is but you got to. This is gonna. Okay, here's where
isn't
this
gonna be
ballpark is going to
baseball.
be fit.
This
It's
is
more
gonna
than
be-
baseball.
Exciting.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
It's going to
Like
it'll be.
fantastic. It's got a pool too, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's got
that
a
swimming pool?
pool. Yeah, this is going to be legit.
It's a meeting place for the community,
Mm-hmm.
and where the Knights has done that this year. But that's it's pretty expensive to go to Knights games. This is going to be a much cheaper ticket,
yeah.
so you're going to have more people just hanging out, having a good time,
Yeah.
going to the ballpark, eating some food,
Downtown
having fun.
Summerlin. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. So it's no
And you know your baseball trivia, so
Yeah.
good
yeah.
good job with the Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Does that make
All
sense?
right. Well, okay. So I'll pick them up at any time. They'll
Yep.
be available tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Fred. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Fred.
Okay, give me. I appreciate that. I got to have another. Give me another
You
question.
don't
I'm
give me
gonna
more
get one
questions.
right.
You're
Okay, I'm
terrible.
gonna actually get one.
Who was the first major league player to have a number retired?
Babe Ruth. What was that noise? Kenny, what was that noise? Did you make that?
I did.
You made that noise?
Yeah.
Ty Cobb.
No.
Well, what are my choices?
George Kelly,
There's
Lou
Kelly.
Gehrig,
Lou Gehrig. Yeah, I
and
go.
Charlie Robertson.
I didn't know Charlie. I go Lou Gehrig. Okay,
Oh,
Lou
you
Gehrig.
made it.
Yeah, but okay.
So bad at
Let's go
this.
one more. Let's go one more. And
What player was nicknamed Mr. November?
Mr. November, not October.
November.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
Mr.
reading. Like, come on, I have El
What are my
Dorado
what are my choices?
education.
What are my choices? The Sun
Derek
Devil,
Jeter,
Derek Jeter.
David Ortiz, Mariano Rivera, or Reggie Jackson.
No, Reggie Jackson was October. I'm gonna go. Derek Jeter was Mr. November. Ding ding ding.
There you go.
Okay.
Due to his
Uno mas.
outstanding play in the postseason throughout his career, he was a reliable contributor to the franchise. I'll be darned.
Because of now the World
How do you
Series
think
goes
Bryce
into.
is doing right now while he's playing?
Bryce Harper's jacked a couple of great home runs in Philadelphia. I mean, just
Oh, right
Roy
now, what's the
Roy
score? Should we check
Hobbs
that? 'Cause he's
type
playing-
home runs.
He's playing DC right now, right?
Yeah, yes, they played at home for their first 4 games. Now they're in DC, so he's going back to his old team.
And they were gonna boo him, and he was like,
Probably
"It's okay, girl, I got you."
me and my $30 million a year, we're fine.
Yeah, we're
We're good to go.
Yeah,
Boo all you
We'll be
want.
okay. I still love you.
And
It's
then
cool.
he'll crush one into the right field seats. So
Yeah,
great
love
story,
Bryce.
obviously with Bryce Harper, with two of the most prominent guys in Major League Baseball. Played here in Vegas. I mean, you
Right.
got Green Valley High School for Bryce Harper, and then CSN played at community college.
he played at Las Vegas High School. Right,
Las
Harper.
Vegas High?
Yeah.
Did I say Green Valley? I
Yeah.
said okay, Las Vegas High, and then
You're gonna piss a lot of
Pecoli
people
Ranch
off.
Little League. Yeah, thank you. Pecoli Ranch Little League was because I remember that when he was playing Little League, and I knew some of the people there. Was
Yeah, I heard that
Chris
his
Bryant.
dad had him like
Chris-
hit peas, like take a.
like throw peas and try to hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but he'd
that's-
have to hit it with I don't know.
with something small and see
Yeah,
if you
and
can-
that's how he learned how to hit.
well, that gives you good hand-eye coordination. That
Yeah.
would do it. Like hit
Did
him.
you do that with your kids?
Yeah, no.
No, you just
No.
threw stuff
I'm
at
lucky.
'em?
Throw
Like
yes
grapes.
things at them and try not to hit them, and they have to run
That
fast.
is-
So
that is
now
good
get some
dad, yeah.
wheels. They
Keep
get
going.
speed
Yeah.
out of that when they can do that. So that's sort of exciting that they can.
He did get booed a lot. Oh, that's so sad. National fans, I'm disappointed in you.
Well, they're DC. Come on.
But we've never had that happen yet. It could happen with Flory. Could you imagine how mad we would be if Flory left?
If Fleur, Fleury. Oh, so you're saying a player leaves and then comes back? I don't see Fleury going anywhere. I think he's.
But like I say, like
he retires from here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Vegas hasn't had to go through that yet.
Right. I mean, James Neal and David Perron have come back here, but they weren't. It wasn't like they were only here for a year, so it wasn't like they were part of the franchise. But what's happened, what's interesting with the Knights, is that they are now developing a strong core of what they are going to be for the future. George McPhee has signed a lot of players for long-term contracts, most notably Mark Stone.
Yep.
Jeff Sharples talked about.
He's got great hair.
Yeah, Mark Stone has great hair? Yeah. So Stoney is going to be here.
Did we just nickname him that?
No, he is Stoney. That's his nickname.
Oh, he should get like an endorsement with Stoney's.
And then you go, oh, wait, somebody's calling you. Your pager's going off again. Hold on. There's a hockey.
My mom. The streetlights are coming on. I gotta go.
We've also got Alex Tuck is here. These are through the 2026, 27 seasons, so they're going to be here for another 7-8 years. These two guys, Shea Theodore's long term, Nate Schmidt's long term. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice when people commit to something.
Yes, and they're picking the right guys to keep here long term, by the way. That's sort of the way it works, The big question this year with the Knights will be William Karlsson, what happens with him. I
am a little worried about that.
Yeah, he is a restricted free agent, which means if somebody offers him more money, the Knights can match it to keep him, or he could just choose to stay here if he wants to. That because we don't have a state income tax, it does make a difference here in Nevada.
Yeah.
And
we have great fan base and all you can eat dining.
What?
At any time.
They still have that? They still have the buffets?
Have you ever been to like an Asian buffet at like 3 a.m. that's always open? You know that it's really not a buffet, right? There's some shady stuff going on back there.
They're taking the stuff that the people before left on their plate.
They're not even changing it out. They're just like, look, this is not our first business. But that's just my observation.
I've heard that sort of stuff could happen.
Yeah, Robert Kraft told me that.
Yes, well, he would know. He's been there. But we do have a Chinatown, and here's pretty nice what we have here in Las Vegas. So we do have that. Our phone number, by the way, 702-257-KDWN, 257-5396. We're going to be talking a little baseball in a few minutes with Fran Reardon. That's coming up here. And I know we're jumping around with a lot of different topics and talking about the Aviators and talking about the Knights and some of the things going on that's pretty exciting here in the community. The Raiders, you fired up about that?
No,
not at all?
Not
okay.
Don't mention them again. I mean, really, let's talk about that. Let's open up the phone lines. Who in Vegas is actually excited for the Raiders?
How about the NFL coming to town? You excited about
NFL,
that?
Yeah, that's great. I want to go see some NFL games. But the Raiders, come on now.
Okay, there you go.
Don't you feel like we should have got the Chargers?
Yeah, they did move. Chargers moved from San Diego to L.A. Okay, so it wouldn't be bad to have them.
I'm just saying, are you actually excited? Are you a Raiders
I'm a
fan?
Rams fan.
Yeah.
I'm an L.A. Rams fan.
Look at you, bandwagon fan over here.
I'm an L.A. Rams fan. No, I left the team for 21 years when they went to St. Louis. So
again, now that they're good, you're like,
no. Now that they were back,
LA,
no.
Rams, go Rams.
Now that they're back in L.A., that's all I cared about was that they were in L.A. Okay, new coach for the Rebel basketball team. Susie, you are on the pulse of this basketball program. Let's go. So, what do you think? TJ Otzelberger.
I have no opinion on them. I haven't seen him coach. I don't know really what he's capable of. I think they're doing a great job at getting him out into the media. Who's his coaching staff? Do we know?
I don't think he's announced the staff yet. Yeah.
I mean, I know a few of the players have committed. Woodbury is committed. Did Harden commit?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you're the sports guy.
Yes,
a little interest.
Let me just say, no, he hasn't yet.
I mean, he's worth every dime that we can't afford as a basketball program.
Okay, here you as ticket, you've been a season ticket holder, and they solicited you to try to get season tickets again. How'd that go?
Well, okay, so they solicit and they ask, like, hey, the tickets are like $500, lower bowl, which is reasonable, but then they're asking for $1,800 to contribute to get to those tickets. So
that's the scholarship fund.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, UNLV, get people to the games. Like, maybe waive all the scholarship fees this year just to get people back to your games so you are packing the MAC, because there are too many options right now. It doesn't make sense for me to spend $10,000 on UNLV tickets when, no one's proven that this coach is a good coach, or, it's lost its vibe. So I just think that they should, maybe try to get fans back in and waive all those fees. But, obviously they don't listen to the fans.
So, will you buy tickets this year? What do you think? So your answer is no. You're not gonna. You're gonna wait and see.
Are you gonna buy the tickets?
No, I don't have to. I have a press pass.
Yeah,
so I can
I'll
get
use
in.
your press pass.
Yeah, I'll get with the press pass. So,
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I would like them to go after teachers and police officers and really try. And the aviators in their commercial, that's who they're pushing tickets for, and they've made it a reasonable cost to go see a game. And I think if UNLV did that with teachers and police officers and got that crowd, they would actually have people coming to games. I think you're not going to see it. Even if he's a great coach and they start winning, I don't think you're going to see ticket holders come back and say, like, this is where we want to be. The parking lot is still a nightmare to see a UNLV game. It takes an hour to get out of the parking lot because they don't hire a metro to get people out like they do at the Knights games. Those are little things that, like, they add to why you don't go to a UNLV game anymore.
you know what? You just brought up an interesting point, and I had not thought about. Is that the metro, the hiring of metro?
That women are smarter than men.
To get that I already knew. Has your pager gone off lately? Is your mom hasn't asked you to get home yet? Okay. Is the hiring? It is very easy to get when you're talking about 18,000 people getting into T-Mobile Arena. I'm shocked at how good the traffic is.
Yeah, we get it out. They hire Metro to make sure it's
and they do. They hire Metro, get people in and out, and do it, and it is yes.
Yeah, taking your kid to a 7:00 game at UNLV, you're not going to get out of there until 11:00 at night on a school night. It's just not something
and that's with 4,000 people at the game, or 5,000. Seriously, with
three of the games that we went to.
With just a few of the people at the 1/8 of the people at the games, the traffic is 3 times worse.
Yeah,
and it's because they don't. Okay, no, I'm saying I'm having an epiphany right now. Okay. You know what she is? She's Epiphany. That's like
that's that girl that you
What's
hang
her
out
name?
with on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Don't tell your wife about.
Epiphany. But it's interesting that is okay. So they don't hire Metro. They just let you go whatever direction you want to go when you leave there. Some cones. They flip some cones up in the air and drop them.
You may or may not get hit by an angry cab driver that's going super fast down Paradise.
Hopefully not. It's a risk, but it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it. So, no, but there's optimism. You got to say this. There's optimism around the program right now that's, would not be there if Marvin Menzies were still coaching. I mean,
I think it's still the same vibe that it was 6 weeks ago. It's nothing's really changed except for there's a new coach and UNLV seems excited about things, but the fan base isn't. I mean, they didn't pick a fan favorite that they wanted to hire. We still have no idea who he's going to recruit, how he's going to recruit, what he's,
Kevin Kruger was mentioned, but he was never a head coaching experience. Mike Miller was mentioned.
And they didn't even give Mike an opportunity to interview. I mean, that guy was an All-American. He had a fan base. I mean, just it's not smart. I don't think she's going to stay. I really don't think she's invested.
The Desiree Reed Francois.
Yeah,
the
Desiree Francois. She's married. Let's call her by her married name.
Listen, I'm going whatever. You can get away with that.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Desiree. Yeah, I just don't think that she's really committed to the program, and I think this is a stepping stone for her, and I think she's going to be out the door. So she didn't really care who she hired. It was a safe pick for her, and on to the next.
So Rick Pitino.
TKM does again. Let's talk about Chris Beard.
Let's talk Chris Beard. No, let's talk about Chris Beard. Good point. Let's talk about Chris Beard. And now in the Final Four, Texas Tech, 3 years after he was hired by UNLV
for 3 weeks, and went in and saw what the heck is going on with this program.
Well, okay, there was I call it the bloody battle, and it was that sort of a mess with the regents. They ended up voting 9-4 in favor of his contract, but still, he was having to sit through that meeting, and it was I will say it was sort of humiliating to have him go through the political
BS
that is the state of Nevada when the regents finally get a camera on them, and they battle over a $5 million 5-year contract that they eventually approved, but
Yeah, but at no point, like the guy walked in and there was no players. He had no rosters. We'd fired our coach mid-season.
We did fire Dave Rice mid-season.
Nobody here, and you're sitting here arguing about like this guy is willing to accept the job.
And he's good. Oh, by the way, he's good.
They're in like the Final Four now. So thank you, Regents.
So
for all of you that are like pissed off, please vote for your Regents.
Well, and that was part of it. Of course, the bigger part of it was when Tubby Smith took the job at Memphis from Texas Tech, and he wanted to go home to where his daughters were.
Right.
And he had coached in Lubbock for 10 years as an assistant coach. So he wanted to go back there, and
obviously Texas was more appealing to him. But once again, that was our administration's fault and our Regents' fault for not making Vegas feel more like home and giving him the opportunities here.
Oh yeah, if he was looking for a reason to bail, the Regents gave it to him.
Yeah.
And said, "See ya." Yeah, we're out of here.
Tina just gets moved over to another department. She doesn't get fired. Here, you ran the program into the ground. You know what? Let's just transfer you over here.
Susie, you're in rare form tonight. You're going brutal tonight. But I guess I asked.
You brought this up.
I did bring this up. But it is, and we're following in the footsteps of what Brian Shapiro would want. We don't always agree with him.
But on Rebel basketball, it's hard. It's hard to be excited about it. You want to believe in it. And, you look, fans, on Twitter, everything is like, oh, this is when we won, and 20 years ago, blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop living in the past. Let's talk about what's going on right now with UNLV basketball. It is in the tank.
Yeah, I always say that and I was here, covered the team when they won the Final Four and 30 years ago. Now it's been that long. Wow. But anyway, I call it the benefit and the burden of history, the fact that we have that.
But we've more consistently lost in the last 30
now
years.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop saying it's the benefit of history. Yeah. It's just the burden of history. Yeah, it's just a burden now that national championship. It's sad to say this, but now the program, because the program has done nothing. Well, you had Lon Kruger.
And here's the thing: every time that we've had a great coach or the opportunity to become something, administration has came in and just sucked the life out of the program.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure, TJ, I'm sure you're going to be great. You're going to be amazing. But until we get like a better program with an AD, a president, people that actually know what they're doing, it's just going to not really go anywhere.
Yeah, and let's go back. Should have paid Lon Kruger.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there.
Line.
In 07, 08. Yeah. Should have paid Lon Kruger.
The basketball gods keep saying, here you go. We're going to give this back to you. And then UNLV's like, no.
No, really, we don't. No, it's costing too much. We don't need.
It's the only program that makes this school any money, so we're gonna have to make sure that goes.
Well, and that is one of the problems with UNLV is that when Rebel basketball was winning and pulling in millions of dollars of revenue, football was able to lose $2 or $3 million a year, and all the other sports were able to lose money, which they did, except for men's golf because that Dwayne Knight got that endowed and he worked his butt off to be able to get all the scholarships taken care of. So, but virtually every other program lost money over there, and it was okay because they balanced the budget because Rebel basketball would win.
Right. And now they don't have that anymore.
They don't have that luxury, so it's effective.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to get your fans base back, make tickets affordable. Make it so that they can come to these games. I just went to a UNLV baseball game, and it was $4 to go in there. I mean, come on now. Obviously, you guys could discount tickets the same way. It's the same program, so it's not an NCAA rule that we have to gouge, people for tickets.
Right. No, you can do that. So just, make that happen. Do that.
I want to see some teachers' nights, police officers' nights. I would like to see them actually reach back out to the community. And you know what? Go in and publicly apologize as the administration. Say, you know what, fans, we've messed up. How many people would appreciate it? Like, finally, all right, cool, we'll come back to you.
We have messed up, and it's just not working. And now
anything that we just say it, just own it. Just like when you're reckless at your job. And, they got to pull you in and be like, Ron, you read the teleprompter wrong.
Come on now.
You just come on and be like, guys, my bad. I didn't have my glasses on. Things went awry.
I don't know what happened.
People forgive. Stop acting like you're doing us all a favor.
I've never messed up on the... Wait, stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah, stay classy.
Is that what it says? Wait,
Vegas.
No, it says something else.
Keep it in Vegas.
Wait, keep it in
Vegas.
Yes. Fran Reardon's going to join us coming up next. He is the manager of the Las Vegas Aviators, playing at the ballpark, the Las Vegas ballpark here. They're doing a mock game there tonight under the lights. If you see that big, bright orange thing in downtown Summerlin. That's that scoreboard that's just gigantic and magnificent. You'll enjoy it. It's one of the biggest in baseball. We'll be right back with Susie Draney. I'm Ron Futrell. You're listening to the Vegas Take, and Brian Shapiro taking the night off. We're glad to jump in here for him.
Absolutely.